Hello there, my little children. We are here, still call to war, still the same. Round 2 has happened, and it's now round 3. But I'm looking forward to the hog roast, so actually I'm getting a little bit hungry. Just behind me, we've got table 1, and we've got Jack Armstrong versus Tom Uden, Lizardman versus Beastman. I'm just going to give you a very quick rundown of the top 10 tables, okay? Just in case you don't know, because we've got a few issues here with Wi-Fi connectivity. Basically, we don't have any, so there's not been as many tweets and things going out. So this is just a rundown of who and what. So table 2, we have Jacques Van der Pugy, Vampire Counts, and John Barr with Dwarves. Table 3, we have Fat Craig with Skaven versus Daniel Espling with Dark Elves. Table 4, Albert James Barr, Skaven, Anton Saturin with Lizardmen. These are awesome names. They're cool names. Should be like porn star names. Here's another one. Stephen Follows through Bretonia versus Tom Hall, Warriors of Chaos, table 5. Matty Watkinson, Orcs and Goblins, Glenn Wilkinson Tuff, Orcs and Goblins. Goblin off there. Table 7, Haristo versus Darcy. Darcy's gone up. Lorenzo on table 8, Ogre Kingdoms, Sander Hodes, Orcs and Goblins. Table 9, Tom Maudsley, David Walton, Empire versus Warriors of Chaos. And table 10, Andrew Beattie and Ian Sturgis, Vampire Counts against High Elves. Quite interesting because there is quite a big mix. But what we're going to do is we're just going to have a whiz around, just see. The game's only just started. There's 2 hours left to go, so people are deploying, but I've got a feeling that the Dwarf players are going to be done again, just like that. But hopefully you're finding these videos interesting. Post some comments on YouTube and on the Facebook page. There will be a load of pictures going up as well, because there's some really cool models here. As Steve Wren said before, maybe the painting standard isn't as high, but there's some really interesting models that I haven't seen before. So, you know, what do you think? Let us know. Here we go. Yeah, don't worry about the bright lights, guys. So, yeah, this is table 1. This is a massive unit with trees in the centre. I always find it interesting watching with deployment, because I always set my stuff up generally in the same pattern, but there does seem to be a lot of thought that goes into it. This is table 2, by the way. Some lovely dwarves packed in the game. Now, it's really interesting that this guy last time was playing... who was he playing? I can't remember. He was playing someone. And they ended up having 2 games in the round because they were able to finish it that quick. Well, there's that dirty Skaven arm again. Now, look, I do love these trees. I do think they're really nice. And that is a really nice model too. Don't know if you can see. I can't quite get around there, but there you go. That's table 5. We're going to go and have a look at what Fat Craig's doing. Craig looks happy as ever. I think we're just going to go around here, because that is quite a nice little army, if I can get round. Which I can't quite. We'll go back and have a look about that later. Darcy's set up in a nice little line. And, oh, what a surprise. You should feel ashamed of yourself. He doesn't, no, not at all. I don't know if you can quite see down there. This is table 8. Ooh, peace. Do like Lorenzo's pretty pink purpley stuff. Just quite nice. I don't know, when I see big models and lots of models in like big hordes like that, I don't know, I get a little bit worried. Don't know why. Tom Maudsley against some Empire here. Just going to whiz over here and see an England and a Wales. An English and a Welsh, or a Darbonian. Mr. Curry. Behind a building. What's going on, Ben? What's going down?
My dice was shit from his first shooting phase, but oh well. We'll see.
These are going to shoot, Ben says. Charm shields, they want to go down. Suppose actually that is a bit of a tactic. If you know someone's got a charm shield, get rid of it straight away. Table 15. Lovely hand-woven bag here. Made out of the finest Hessian in all the land. So yeah, we have a vampire off, facing each other out. Who will win? I do think these are quite interesting as well. Strange little poopy blood entrail skeletal things. What are these? Yeah, these are spirit hosts. Lovely. I said too much time on your hands. There, it looks really, really good though. And we have an ever-decreasing Tom Maudsley. Playing a lovely Shane. That is your name? Oh, no, it's not. It's Mikey Newman. Why do I always get these two confused? Yeah, and you're Northern. That's what it is. I apologise. You excited? Yeah, you're not Ben Curry, dear. You might be, if you beat him. We have an Andy Russell still. Tut, tut. Oh, look, I'm glad he's charged his stuff. Good. But the Terrorgeist is staying here. Conserving points, methinks. Oh, there's one right over. Is that one dead in the corner? Andy. 5 stones dropped on it. And there's more dwarves at the back. Over there. Now, I know Nick was worrying about this massive big building which is in the centre of his deployment there. But he seems to do all right around the outside. But, of course, the ETC line of sight rules, ones that do my head in, really. And I suppose it is when you've got, like, big shooty things, it is really, really difficult, especially with this comp. But they have it at the ETC. Sorry. See, lots of lines. Yay. Lots of lines for deployment. That's what I'm seeing more and more today. I don't usually see that. I don't know if it's to do with the comp, but there doesn't, unless people aren't as tactical. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. I don't know. We are going to have a whiz over to the little special needs room, because we didn't get a chance to go there. So I apologise if I'm going too fast. I'm going to try not to. Oh, look, there's the 2 Terrorgeists, which are kind of hiding behind that building. I regret not taking the 2 Terrorgeists to... here's all the cakes. You see, look, all my cakes are going. It's all for charity, so it's all for a good cause. Here's Barry. Barry is absolutely wasted. I don't know how this game's going to go. We shall see. It really smells of fart in this room. I'm going to put the camera down for a sec and just tilt, which I can do quite easily, actually. That's Jack and Dave. We'll just move over there. Yeah, this room has got a big farty odour to it. Jack is outing with Treeman. He usually plays Dwarves and sits in the corner and finishes his game really early. He hasn't finished any of his games that close. We'll have a look what Pete Bradley's doing down this way. I'm now touching people. Oh, look, this is different. We've got stuff behind. It's the shooty things. Shooty things. So you can have everything in a line unless it's shooty. You want to protect them. Get more shooty stuff. I apologise if I'm bumping all over the place here. It is really difficult walking with this tripod around a room when there's not actually that much room. And I'm not talking about the size of the Wargamers. Though there are quite a few massive, large ones. Wargamers, that is. Really does stink a fart in this room. Nice little unit there. Oh, and the rulebooks come out. It's interesting, you can see how people are acting with each other or reacting with each other when the rulebooks come out. It's kind of like, yeah, see it, prove it. Some people just accept it, okay, fair enough. And some people are like, really? And then they question it, even though the rules are there. Because, of course, everything's open to interpretation. I'm just going to come back round to the front. And I suppose that's the interest in rules, especially when you've got international players as well, because you interpret things in a different way, whether or not it's been translated from English or not. And I think we've said that before on the podcast, and I think I've mentioned it before as well. What I will say, though, is that although there's been a couple of rules queries, this has been really, really relaxed so far. I don't know if because some of the more gamey and the top or higher ranking players aren't here. I'm not saying that at all, but it's really relaxed, and I like the atmosphere. Not the farty atmosphere, but I like the relaxedness of it as well. And I think that's something that this venue has. So, again, I'm going to be sad to lose it. But roll on the hog roast and roll on buying and taking everything. Maybe if I just buy everything Maelstrom-wise, I'll just set it up in my house and then invite all the boys round, hot ones, only the hot ones, to come around. But I hope you enjoyed the video, so you know who's on the top tables. I'll be joining you a little bit later on. Maybe I'll show you some of the antics that go on here at night. Maybe I won't, actually. Maybe I won't. But I hope you're enjoying the videos. Please leave a comment.